Hello, welcome back. It's the end of the summer. We are in Crossing Cultures with Christina Luna in our last segment of the month. That's the beginning of the season, really, because we had a little pause for the summer, and we are in Views and Voices, our round table, or our computer or camera table with Karen and Carissa. Hi, girls.
Hi,
Hi.
Christina.
How are you today? Good. You
Doing
don't look
great.
very tan after the summer. What happened?
Yeah. The heat really takes it out of you, huh?
Yeah. Today I want to talk about, like summer experiences, adventures, surprises, what we learn, what we wouldn't do anymore, and what we're taking to the fall with house. How's that?
Sounds good.
Sounds great.
Yes. So we can share it with our viewers, our amigos here, and you can also add it in comments, okay? Because we want to know about your summer too, what you learned. And it's also past the middle of the year. And it's kind of, wow, we're in the last quarter of the year almost. What have we done with our New Year resolutions? With how we do reflect from the beginning of the year, what we wanted, where it took us and where we are, and what we want for the rest of the year, right? In our growth, spiritual, cultural, traveling, and everything else that this podcast is about. So let's start.
Well, I guess I'll talk about my favorite part of the summer that I had. It was a mini vacation, like a long weekend, but I went to Saratoga, New York, and my good friends, they live maybe a minute from the Saratoga Raceway, and they just happened to own 5 horses. So we were able to go to the stables there and see how the horses live. And I'll tell you what, they live better than we do for sure. We got to see them train. They go through a spa day. They get new shoes. They get all washed up. So it was really incredible. And they are so majestic. Horses are just beautiful animals. So that was really the highlight of my summer.
Yeah, them, or did you ride, or did you collect some of the poop, clean up?
No poop cleanup for me, but we were able to pet them, and no, we cannot ride them. That is the jockey's horse. We do not get on their backs. Only the jockey does.
Wow. And it's the
Wow.
year of the horse.
It's the year of the
Yeah.
horse. Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
And you know what? I also I passed by Saratoga a few months ago, and it's a place that you want to explore it really. Have you been, Carissa,
Oh, it's
there?
beautiful. It's so historic.
Yeah, tell us some of the history. Tell us that you did your homework.
Well, I know that there was a lot of places where, like George Washington stayed, the bed and breakfast. It dates back into the 1700s, some of the buildings. Now, I can't give you a history lesson on Saratoga, but I know when we were traveling through the town and everything, they were pointing out certain buildings where these high profile people from the 1700s were at. And the buildings are historic looking. The hospital, everything is so old, but pristine. It's just really a beautiful town to go through.
It's a place that people would go in the summer, right? And in the
Oh, yeah.
1800s and on to the elegant people, the people with money to see and be seen, to connect, to network, to go to like very elegant hotels and restaurants and all of that. So you can sit in the town still. It's like, wow, what happened to this
Yeah.
town? This is something you want to be with. All these little towns, and suddenly Saratoga is there. And the water, the sparkling water comes from there too. And not
Oh, yeah.
sparkling.
Saratoga Springs. We were able to drink from the spring. They have
Wow.
The blue
fountains that
bottle.
people line up with their jugs to get Saratoga spring water. So
Wow.
So I
that's
have a
amazing.
question for you about spring water. Do you think spring water or sparkling water tastes differently? Because my Robertito says that it all is the same because it's carbonated water. And I don't think it's the same.
Well, definitely not carbonated water, but the spring water is way different from well water from the country. And I mean, so much better than city water for sure, because there they do put chlorine in it. But yeah, it's a very crisp, clean taste.
Yeah. Wonderful. So that was all your summer experience. Anything else you want to share? Your dog, your experiences in the Poconos, your schedule, your tidiness or untidiness, your movies. Well, the movies and the recipes, we'll share them at the end of this podcast.
Yeah, I'm not going to discuss my tidiness, but my dog's summer is spent in the pool almost 24. I have to pull her out of the pool. In fact,
Wow.
I'm home right now, and about 20 minutes ago, we stopped swimming, or she did. So, yeah, she's a German Shepherd that loves the water. She should have been a dolphin.
Oh my
Yeah, I
goodness.
mean, I do want to be a dog in Karen's life, really, because you're in the pool. You want to be a horse in Saratoga. You want to be a dog in her house, right? And tell our listeners here what you told us earlier, how jealous your dog is from us. Also, we're in the
Oh, yeah.
computer, in the camera.
Well, like I said, she's a German Shepherd. So anytime that I answer the phone and I put it on speaker and she hears another person talking, she doesn't like it. I'm not paying attention to her. In fact, she's right at my feet right now and giving out little whines because
How old is
nobody's
she?
paying attention to her.
How old is she?
How old? Oh, she's 5. Yep. Yep.
She's middle
She's
age.
she's
I mean,
middle age.
middle-aged lady, furry lady.
Yep.
What about you,
Yeah.
Carissa? Tell us about your summer, what you learned, what surprised you, what are you taking to the fall, and things that you wouldn't do again. Karen, you didn't tell us that.
So unlike the pup, I have not been in a pool or swimming at all this summer. It's been kind of crazy, but we're finally into the new house, so that's been that. And now I'm not gonna say I get to relax or have a vacation just yet because it really is never ending. But I am putting my feet up and it feels good finally. But other than that, the summer kind of went as expected. We had birthdays, we had a Comic-Con and some fairs and festivals planned to do with the family. So that all went well. Yeah, it was good. It was actually very expected. The unexpected things were just, the obstacles we faced with the house, which was something that we just experienced all year.
I have to tell you guys, because Carissa is not sharing too much, but I have to tell you that she and her fiance just redid their whole house, a whole house. So it took them months. How is it like every week she would say, next week we're moving? I was just
By
be
the end of the
realistic. Don't tell us
month was
next
my
week.
established date.
But I'm so proud of you because they did the floors, they
Not
did the walls, they did the cabinets, they did everything. So what have you learned from redoing a house? You can share some of the things with us. Some advice, do's and
Yeah,
don'ts.
reality, it does not matter. No, it's a big lesson in realistic timelines, and then as realistic as you try to be, it's just going to change. You have to be very adaptable and kind of some things we planned and some things we over discussed, but you just have to do it and figure it out honestly as you go. There was a lot of DIY. I mean, if you have the budget for it, hire for things that, would take more than a week to do.
Like what
It's
things?
hard delegating and like the floors or anything. I know they're a big part of the budget, but sometimes when you DIY it and you don't really know what you're doing, you do end up spending more money than you would have hiring somebody, and then you kind of get your time back. But I went into it, with just some money that my pop-up left to get the house back in order. And it was a lot of our kind of time and effort. But yeah, I would try to delegate as much as you can. We had some friends try to come in and help with painting or floors or whatever, and we would just end up backtracking along what they did.
Yeah.
Some projects are not group projects, and that's something that you have to realize too.
So what would you hire if you could? Like the floors, painting, what kind of things?
Painting was fine for us. It did take a while. Each step was probably a month. Sanding, doing the nail pops and sanding and was probably a month. And then doing the floors was a month. Painting was a month. Kind of just take it in groups like that. But I don't know. I think you just have to be realistic to what you can do, and then how you can talk to people about helping your load, helping your time and mental energy, physical energy. Be better about delegating, I guess.
But now you are in your new house and you're going to a wedding this weekend. So it's all like reset.
It's trying to. I think the full moon will bring that.
Yeah, the full moon, the upcoming full moon.
It's
Anyway, I want to tell you also I'm going to tell you now about my summer. I've been away as much as I could because I have a home in Spain. So if you have a home or you have friends with a home somewhere, plan a year ahead. So Use your miles if you have, because I use some of my miles sometimes through credit cards, and so we don't look at them. They don't tell you, but you can save a lot of money and you can travel more or get a better hotel or something. So I traveled to my home in Spain and we went to France because it's like next door. We're next door neighbors. But unexpectedly, there was a heat wave, enormous heat wave. So everything was on fire. Everything was hot and on fire, literally. So we went to Paris, but we had been a few times. We have friends, family there. We could move. There was a fountain of water for kids, these water parks that are fountains and they sprinkles for little kids. And I was waiting for my cousin. We were waiting to go to a museum next door. And with fully dressed, I went into the fountain, fully dressed. I was wet completely. I took a shower in the fountain. Before getting into the museum, 10 minutes later, I was all dried.
Right. They don't
That's
have
how
air conditioning there either, do they?
Exactly. Good point.
Right?
They don't have air
They do
conditioner
not.
anywhere, only in our hotel room. So make sure that you go to Europe, there is air conditioner if you go there in the summer. But try not to go when it's super hot because
Yeah.
it's not pleasurable. You cannot barely do anything because you're just looking for a shade or some water to shower in the middle of somewhere or sprinklers as I did, Yeah, I don't know why. No restaurants, no cafes, nothing. Not a subway. There wasn't air conditioner anywhere. In Spain, it's bad, but not as bad as in France. So we're just kind of looking, where is it cool? What can you do inside, And really, I
Yeah.
thought, I am soaking wet. How am I going to get into the museum? 10 minutes later, I was dry.
Fine.
And in Spain too. But it's amazing if you can go, use friends. Don't use me, but use your friends, other friends that have homes abroad, and just go and visit them. And well, Carissa came once, of course. So I owe you one, Karen, now.
I know.
I owe you one.
Take
Then we
that.
came back and I decided that part of the month of August, we should visit parts of the far west that we can, that you cannot visit during the school year because the flight like to California or to the west, even to Las Vegas, is 4 5 hours, almost 6 hours. It's almost
Mm.
as long as going to Spain. So you need like many days to go there. So we
Mhm.
went to visit California, the family. It was super fun and unexpected things I want to share with you. One is that we went to Universal Studios. Here's a hint. Universal is much cheaper than Disneyland. So, and if you can get a deal, look for deals. There's always a deal. And we went to the different thematic parks, but they're in the same place, studio. And Jurassic Park was the best one. And there was a woman, I'll show you now at the end. I will show you if you are still at the end. I'll show you that she carried a dinosaur, like a baby, in a carriage.
Oh.
And her name is Dolores. And she told us the story of Dolores, how she was found. And I don't know, they merged. I will add the little video I took at the end of this show. And Andrea was saying, no, this is not that the real dinosaur is. Yes, it's real. Dolores is real. Google her. Dolores in Universal. My other cousin's kids, oh my gosh, I never thought this would be. It's amazing. Dolores, Dolores, Dolores. Short of Dolores, we have a nickname in Spanish for Dolores. Dolores means pain. Dolor, pain. Dolores, I don't know why they give women that name. Not now, but it's like in the past. And Lola is a short name. So Lola is better than Dolores. So it's the nickname, the short name for
Oh, that's cute.
Dolores. So
Oh,
that's
I didn't
something
know
for you guys.
that.
It's fine for pet, Lola or Dolores. Dolores, no pain. We don't want the pain. But and Andrea was, no, 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 it's not possible. It's not real. Was, what do you mean it's not real? Look, she's moving. She's making noises. The woman, the caretaker said, don't touch her. And the following day, they did some research and Dolores wasn't a real dinosaur.
What? I'm
Yeah,
shocked.
I'm shocked. So Andrea, my daughter, was right. It wasn't a real dinosaur. That was the big thing that happened. The second thing that was amazing is, guys, we are resilient in the Northeast because I woke up, I was jet like at 6:30, 7 o'clock. The thin palm trees that are typical from the Southern California, beautiful, beautiful weather in the morning. And the weather was beautiful at 7 o'clock in the morning. A breeze, the weather was nice all day long, not too hot, not too nasty or humid. I went to Northern California, a little bit cool in San Francisco, but it was nice. The weather was beautiful. I was, guys, you are spoiled there. In the Northeast, we have the longest winters, ice winters. Now
Yeah.
we have tornadoes too, endless storms. We have radical, beautiful change of seasons. My Robertito is like, oh, go and live there. No, I didn't say I want to live there. I said that it's gorgeous and they're spoiled, right?
Yeah, I was in the store this morning and I overheard someone say, I hate winter. I hate it so much. And I'm like, I'm a four seasons person. You can't make me hate one or the other. I used to
But
not like summer, but that's because I didn't know how to dress for summer. And then I went to Spain with you, Christina, and I shopped some of those stores over there. And I got like a summer wardrobe that made me feel comfortable
I'm
about
saying
it.
you just have to take your clothes
Yeah.
and your layers and just wear as little clothes as possible. And cotton, because with cotton you don't you absorb you don't
Yeah.
keep the heat.
I got
And
some nice cotton and linen pieces. Yeah, definitely made me much more comfortable with the season.
I went in a driverless car twice, a Waymo.
Oh my gosh. Like through
Yes.
Uber or Lyft or something like that?
Yeah, it has its own app. I'll tell you about it. So if you go to Instagram of Crossing Cultures with Christina Luna, I posted some videos saying hello to you guys. So
Check
you
that
can
out.
check it. Yeah, yeah. I mean,
What was that like?
Andrea didn't take me my best angle, but it's okay. Like we cannot look our best all the time, right? So this you can press music, everything. It was so cool. It was so weird. Like it was like a ghost is driving this car.
I
And
feel
then
Yeah,
I
that's
thought, wary, and I thought, but it's an experience you have to have. But it was like, now what do we do? What if it crashes? Does it know that when to stop? All
Mhm.
these things. I was a little bit nervous about that. The second time was the last day in San Francisco, and Andrea wanted to do it. So it was like, okay, let's do it again. But I have to tell you, it's more expensive than an Uber, but it's worth the experience. And the younger generations that don't have money issues or so, maybe $10, $15 more. But for an experience, it's cheaper than to the studios, Disneyland. That's for sure.
that kind of reminds me of Amazon. You can now, I don't know in our area specifically, but if you want a drone to deliver your packages, it's an extra $50. It's like,
We should do it once in a while just to film it and to have the experience. Let's see, where is it going to
just to
drop
see
it,
it.
right? It was a big experience. I recommend it. And the younger people do it because the parents feel that it's safer for them because there's no driver to deal with. It's safer
Right.
for women, they say so.
Mhm.
And you don't have to talk to a driver if you don't want to.
Right.
And you don't have to pay a tip because this driverless car doesn't request a tip.
Well,
Hmm.
I guess the tip is you paying extra to do it, right?
Yes, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So that was a great, interesting experience I have to tell you about. So the dinosaur that wasn't a real dinosaur, that my little kid had to tell me, Mom, this is not real. And I believed it. I thought it was real. And then the driverless cars and everything that offers being in a new place. And of course, the beautiful weather all year round there. But what I don't
Right.
like is the time difference. It's only 3 hours behind
Right.
us.
Yeah.
But then to Europe, it's 6 hours more. So it's 9 hours. So when you get up, you feel like half of the day has gone, or the whole day for the other people that from the other side, from the eastern part of the world.
Yeah.
Interesting, right?
Absolutely.
So, and what have we learned? What have we learned this summer? Anything that you have learned? I've learned a few things. I have learned, for example, from my cousin, how to make elaborate meals in a fast food
Interesting.
way.
Right.
Because elaborate meals normally take a long time, right?
Right.
Yeah. So this is my cousin. She does it very fast. Instead of fresh tomatoes, you buy organic, a good quality of cans, right? Instead of you need beans, you buy a good quality of cooked beans. Instead of cooking the chicken, even if you make a stew, she buys a rotisserie chicken and
Oh,
she
okay.
makes
Yeah.
it. So you missed it. It was the best part. We thought you went to look for a Waymo because they're coming to New York. I thought she's downloading the app now.
I was gonna say I would avoid that kind of car situation if I could, but I feel like if I do have a long life, I might not be able to avoid it in the future.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Right.
Well, one
We'll
of the
see.
things I wouldn't do, and we'll go back to the food now, but now that Carissa is back, is go on a parachuting. That's something that I would never do. First, because
Yeah,
I have
that's something I
vertigo.
may do. That's something I may do much older. Well, if something happens, hey, I lived a great life, but I don't
You
know if
did
I would
it.
do it now. I have too much bad luck. Too much bad luck. I'm going to pull that string and nothing's going to happen. So,
And what about you, Carissa? Anything that you wouldn't do?
That I wouldn't do?
Well, the Waymo. You said you wouldn't do the Waymo. Well,
Well,
Waymo is this brand, but there are other cars that are coming. There are new ones
right.
coming in San Francisco.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd probably save like the riskier things, like Karen said, till later in life.
Yeah, till you're 89, right? Or 90?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
or 99, hopefully. We're in good
Yeah, like
shape,
Betty
right?
White. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Carissa, one of the things also that we learned this summer that I learned was how to make elaborate meals in a fast way because I'm a person of let's start from scratch, right? Always from scratch. But
Mhm.
my cousin is like goes on the fast lane always, fast, fast, fast. So
Yeah.
she was showing us how to make like she made these stews, elaborate stews, but with rotisserie chicken, with frozen onions. You don't have to buy cut the onions. The chickpeas, like already cut vegetables, instead of cutting the tomatoes, like a can of tomatoes. So elaborate fast food meals. How's that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I like my crock pot.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one too, right? Yeah.
Set it and forget it.
And forget it. What are you taking with you from the summer and the previous months? Because we are like on the last quarter, getting to the last quarter of the year. What have you learned? What have you done that you wanted to do this? How have you grown towards the fall? I know Carissa had a big one with a house. She's going to be you have another profession now in hand.
Yeah, right. Yeah. What's it? Construction worker. But yeah, I'm definitely going to bring that into the fall. There was an electrical class I did earlier this year that I'd like to put to the test in the basement. And it's not very well lit down there. And a friend of mine gave me a couple light fixtures that I could set up. So, just like some skills I've learned, I guess. Setting me up before the winter, really. Don't want to fast forward time, but
Yeah.
I think it's all about preparation in the fall.
And what have you learned this year besides all your construction skills?
Patience. I think patience and kind of like forgiving your own time, like your own expectations and deadlines, and, just moving through it as it comes.
What about you, Karen?
Well, I said I live a boring life. I don't know if I've gathered anything to where, that I'm going to take into the fall. I guess, I'll say what Carissa said, patience. I've got, like I said, my dog here who is very impatient, but she, I think she's 5 already. So she, gosh, they only get to 10 or 11 like that. So just everybody be patient with their animals, especially because they deserve all the love in the world. And, they don't know any better. So she's always complaining and I'm always like, oh, you poor thing. And just patience goes a long way. There's no reason to get upset about anything unless it's like severely, traumatic or something like that. There's a lot of people out there that just ruin your day. So that's what I
So
like to take into fall and winter and just be just a patient, just go with the flow kind of person.
yeah, I think I am with you there, except when I'm driving, that I like to be like Italian kind of Latin, and I scream like, "What are you
Right.
doing? God, do you think you're taking a walk or what? It's a scenic drive. Come on. What is
Maybe I'd get into a Waymo over you, Christina.
They'll
They
come
don't
either.
they don't have road rage.
Yeah, road rage, exactly. But I do it in a fun way. But that's the only way where I lose my patience. The other thing, I think I'm controlling it. I also learned that you have to control your emotions. And I'm trying to,
Mm-hmm.
to teach my daughters going to middle school, like your emotions are something very valuable and very private. And when you expose them or you're becoming emotional, then it's like you don't project really what you want to project or you want to say. People only see the emotional part of you. And people don't deserve it. Many people, only the closest people to you
Yeah,
and
it's your
yourself,
energy.
because it impacts you negatively sometimes. It's better to simplify life. Don't get into dramas, don't get into things. Just walk away, that we make our own journey. I become philosophical this summer, right?
Right.
That every day with our choices, we make our own path. Whatever we do, it cannot be undone because the day has passed. So live the present and live a simple life.
That's why I feel like live such a boring life because I don't accept drama in my life. I go to work, I come home, do stuff around the house, go to work, come home, and no
It's not
drama. I
boring.
don't
It's not
drama.
boring. It's content.
Content.
Yeah, yeah.
I always, when I look at Karen, I see her looking at me saying, "Oh my gosh, Christina, can you learn to do nothing? So I become like aware of that, because I'm
How
always
many
on the
times
go.
have I asked you, do you ever just sit down on the couch? Do you just relax? You have too much on your agenda.
Oh, too much of
Yeah,
my job.
my niece says the same thing actually. She's like, "You're going here and there. Why can't you just sit down and hang out and do my plan?" And I'm like, "You see me and you're like, we should color and you want to do it right then and there."
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can't sit down. Like I'm in and out, picking up stuff, moving things around, and she's just like, "We planned this." I'm like, "No, that's not what a plan."
Little people are very manipulative and very smart, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Yep.
Yeah. And
Yes.
I realize people ask me, what do you prefer to live in Spain or the US or in the Poconos? Okay, when I was in Spain, I love my social life there. I have friends here
Mhm.
and there, but I felt like I like a social life here, but it's okay. Here I have the country life more, and it's okay to have a smaller social life
Quieter,
because
yeah.
then you can invest your time in yourself and in your work and in other things you have to do,
So important.
right?
Mhm.
But I miss my social life, yeah. Like going down to a coffee shop in a minute, notice, just call a friend and go outside, go to a movie theater all the time. And I also found out that California has, at least LA and San Francisco, the best movie theaters. Going to movies, do you have any recommendations, movies, documentaries that always we know Karen likes, books to read?
I
I
was okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Well, I was recommended a documentary. So, Karen, I know you like those.
Yeah.
When Dolly Parton passed away yesterday,
Yeah, this show is for
someone
her.
said there was one about her. So I would like to take time and watch that one.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, what else? I think I have to tell you that Robert, right? He made a movie with Dolly Parton because Robert Tito was a TV producer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. And he told me that she was the kindest person, like everybody says, really, really kind. Okay.
Yeah.
And that she really wanted something that many people don't know, maybe, she had made bras for herself, like custom
Yeah.
made bras, and she would change her bra every single day. So she wouldn't use the same bra
Yeah.
another day. So there was a fun thing, interesting thing about her. But it was a
Yeah.
pleasure to
Some people have one and done.
one
One
and
bra
Right.
for
done,
the
right?
year.
Yeah.
I heard
So
also she wrote her first song at age 5. And I was
wow.
like, 5? I was eating dirt at 5. Who writes songs at 5?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
One of a
So it's
kind.
That's
yeah,
what makes her a legend.
yeah.
I've got peanut butter energy balls. They're super easy and delicious. So
So
it's
tell me
got
about that.
2 cups of oats, 1 cup of peanut butter, a half a cup of the semi-sweet chocolate chips, and a
Mm.
quarter cup of honey. So then when you mix it all together, it gets sticky enough where you make little tiny balls and then
Uh-huh.
you put them in the freezer. And then when you're ready for like something to pep you up, get a little energy, you take one of those, pop them in your mouth, and it just starts melting in your mouth. It is delicious.
Where do you find these amazing, fun, easy, healthy recipes?
Oh, I find a lot. I watch a lot of YouTube, so I watch a lot of people who own their own farms and everything. They do a lot of organic stuff, so they just come up with these recipes.
Okay, send us a recipe and we'll put it here. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, girls, anything else you want to share with us today?
Oh no, I'm good.
You're good.
I'm all shared out.
You're all shared out.
I'm shared out.
I don't know if I brought it up earlier because it's been a little bit, but I've been listening to a series called Dungeon Crawler Carl, and it's been so much fun. I think I'm on like book 5 or something.
Yes, send us the book.
A lot of
I think you
fun.
mentioned it once that you're number
I
5
thought
now.
I did. I thought I started a while ago.
So you're in it still. You're hooked.
Yeah. I even re-listened to the first 3 books after I was done with the first 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
Okay, a lot of
I'm
fun.
watching
So
a
now we
show called The Shards on Hulu. The Shards?
You always watch the best shows. What's
Yeah,
that
and
about?
it's like teenagers coming of age. It's like an erotic thriller that takes place in 1981, California, so the music is fantastic.
yeah.
And it's about all these privileged high school students, but there's a killer on the loose. So they're trying to find out who it is. And Cindy Crawford's daughter is in it. She is a spitting image of her mother. She's just missing the mole. That's it. And she's a
Wow.
really good actress. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes I don't have a problem with nepotism.
Okay, girls, thank you. Please keep collecting movies, recipes, ideas for our next show at the end of September. We wanted to share our views of this summer, of our adventures. I wanted to share with you. So thank you very much for being here.
Yes.
And you know that Crossing Cultures with Christina Luna is about crossing cultures, experiences, and openings to new things, reinventing yourself, traveling, culture, education, and all with fun and entertainment with amazing people. So thank you for being here with us once a month again.